So one of the questions I get a lot when I give social media talks, or I get people that ask me through my blog as well, when they say they want to get involved in social media, is how do they come up with ideas to write about? Or it'll be something like, hey, I want to get involved in social media, but I don't have time to write. I don't have time to do a podcast, but I would like to share articles on Twitter or Facebook with readers that could be helpful, which I think both are great. And they ask me how they can do it because it takes forever to go to all sorts of different sites. So let me show you a tool I think is really helpful. It's called Feedly, Feedly.com. I think it's a Google RSS reader, but I may be wrong. But at least initially, you had to have a Gmail account to sign up. I think there's other ways to do it now, but it's completely free, and it's an RSS reader. Now, if you're not familiar with RSS readers, what these do is you basically input feeds on any different website or blog or anything like that, and basically Feedly takes the latest article and sends it to your Feedly account. And it's really helpful. Then whenever you log on, you see what the most current articles are. You can see them in a list form, and you can organize them by category, like this is my health category, and you can see all of these different articles that I've posted from the different feeds that I've put in the health category just over the last day or two. And you can just click on them basically when you're interested, rather than having to go, say, to WebMD specifically, or go to CNN Health specifically, or the New York Times. This saves you a lot of time. Now, to do this, first thing you'll want to do is set it up. And so you can basically add feeds, and it gives you see here, a list of different categories, and you can search through some of those, or you can basically search for feeds. Let's say, I do sports medicine. One of the things potentially I would like is the American Journal of Sports Medicine. So you see the feed here, and then basically you just click on it and add the feed. And I would add it to my sports medicine site, probably add it to my health too. And that way, all the latest articles in the American Journal of Sports Medicine I would get in my feed. So if you look at my health list now, you'll see American Journal of Sports Medicine right there in the list. So then you click on it, and I don't know, they may not have had an article within the last couple of days, but if they released one, sometime today, you'd see it near the top. Now, the way this kind of works is, and where this really saves time, is that it just gives you at an instant kind of the latest things in there. And so you could use it either out of your own curiosity. You could just basically see the list and see what's interesting, see if you want to read it. Say, looking through here, what looks interesting? Hate running, learn to love it. So you can click on it, kind of see the abstract to it, and then go to the website. Some of these will actually show you the whole article, or you can mark it to save as later, which can be really helpful, either as a kind of a list for blog post ideas or articles to share, or just for your own list. So that can be really helpful. But literally, just you get all of this without having to go to it. It's all delivered to you. So, diet soda makers, that may be interesting. You could mark that as saved. Let's see, what else looks interesting in this? Drinking alcohol more common on exercise days. I did an interview with a internet health site about that. So that's kind of an interesting topic. And then you go to your saved for later list, and some of the ones you just clicked are in that list, and then you can read them offline later on when it's convenient for you, or you can basically, you have a list either for blog post ideas or articles to share. And again, you can organize these however you want, and I do it by categories. You don't have to do that. I just do it based on the things I'm kind of interested in, but there's all sorts of different ways you can do it. You can organize it differently. You can any number of feeds that you want to follow. You can do anything, but the biggest thing here is it's enormous time saver. The other thing, I think, if you're going to use this purely as a way to share articles, which again I think is, content curation is certainly worthwhile. It may not be quite the same as writing blog posts or doing podcasts, but it still helps you share information with the public, which I'm a big fan of. Let's say that you wanted to share, let's find something sort of related to sports medicine here. Not seeing a whole lot today. Well, let's do this drinking alcohol more common on exercise days. If you want to share that, you could do it directly. You see a Twitter link, you see Facebook. You can do that directly right there. If you wanted to save it into Evernote, I showed you the video on how to use Evernote, and I use this feature a lot. Feedly's integrated with Evernote. Very, very helpful there. And then you have it. Again, one of the challenges people ask all the time, like, I would love to do a blog, but I don't know what I would write about. Subscribe to 5 or 10 health journals or websites, mainstream websites, or any number of things potentially that your audience would be interested in, and then you're going to get tons of articles, and those will stimulate ideas. Even if it's just your reaction to some of these mainstream media articles, it can be really helpful. But you can set this up however you want. It's very easy to use. Check that out. It's called Feedly, feedly.com, Feedly.com. And thanks for watching.